Morsi arrived in New York on Monday to take part in the UN General Assembly meeting starting September 24th. On the sidelines of the meetings, Morsi is expected to meet with a number of presidents and top officials representing the participating countries. The president will discuss Egypt's economic file with world leaders in an attempt to attract more investment and boost the economy. In his speech before the UN General Assembly, Morsi is due to outline Egypt's efforts in drafting a new constitution and holding new parliamentary elections. Before leaving Egypt for the U.S., Morsi received head of the Administrative Monitoring Authority, Mohammed Omar Heba. The meetings discussed a number of issues within the plan to combat corruption.
Welcome back. Let's move to the next issue on Al-Ahram's front page. It is the statements by Prime Minister Dr. Hisham Andil, who said that the Egyptian economy witnessed a remarkable recovery and moves towards the right direction. Andil added that most international reports, one of which is issued by Morgan Stanley, confirms the improving performance of the Egyptian economy and expects better growth rates for the economy within the coming year. The performance of the Egyptian economy so far, only months after Hisham Andil took the helm of the part of the ministry.
Well, these statements, I really appreciate these statements, this kind of statements that give us a hope. It makes us more maybe optimistic. But it reminds me with another statements that we used to hear and read, especially in the last 5 or 7 years of Mubarak regime, which is the outside is saying that our economy is very good, but inside doesn't see the
completely
same.
different story.
Yes, so it's the same situation. People doesn't feel that there is a vision, that there is a strategic plan. They were talking about the Nahda plan. Okay, where it is, what's its main aspects, what are we going to do concerning the problems that we are facing now? The fuel problem, a lot of other problems.
But don't you think it's too early to judge? It's only very few months.
I agree with you. It is too early. It's a new government. They are trying to give hope. But we hope, actually, with the government to find hope and to actually see a path that we can march in it and reach a new economy and a new, strong Egypt after the revolution. And we look actually upward to countries like Brazil, like Turkey, like India, like other countries who, like South Korea, who have been able in only 10 or 15 years to have the path and to go and to be economically very strong. And people are all the time seeing them as a successful story, economically and socially and politically. So I think we need to learn from those countries and maybe have our own path.
Okay. At this stage, what signs do we here in Egypt need to believe that we are moving on the right direction, in the right direction?
Well, I guess hearing that we have problems concerning the money in the banks, we are having problems concerning the fuel in the tanks, we are having problems concerning bread in the homes, we are having problems concerning jobs for the youth.
High prices,
a lot of problems,
prices.
A lot of problems. And I think I really sympathize with Dr. Hisham Andil. I really sympathize. It's an awkward position and it's not easy. And the situation is so jelly, security-wise, politically-wise even. We are not stable. But I guess we are going in a track. We are seeing some track. I can't say I'm so pessimistic there is nothing is happening. No, it will be unfair. There is a lot of steps that we have taken. But we are maneuvering a lot in the same step sometimes. It takes us some time until we can go on the right path. A lot of thinking, a lot of uncertainty about some things. So I don't know where is the problem. Maybe we need a stronger hand, maybe, I don't know. But of course I can feel, and a lot of people in Egypt can feel, there is problems. How to solve those problems, we need a strategic plan, I guess.
Another issue in this morning's papers, also in Al-Ahram, both the Azhar institution and the Egyptian church renew their joint refusal to any insult to Islam and their support for an international resolution by the United Nations banning any insult against all religions.
Yes, well, I guess this is very important. We need also to try to conquer the problems that happened. But I really want to come back to the Hisham and Deal statement, which is very important actually also concerning the economy. And I need to say something, I need to add something here, which is, of course, that other people outside, some important companies outside are seeing our economy as improving. This is a very good sign, okay? But also we need to improve our social life with the problems of Christian and Muslims and our economy life. So I guess this maybe will give, the reports from outside will give some hints that may suit the investors to come and invest in Egypt, and that I think the first step that we need to take, encouraging investments to come to Egypt, because we are having a very good security, not a very good, but at least a good security and social situation, which is good. So the two news are related to each other, and you can come back to your report if you want.
Okay, they prepared this report for us here on the statements by Prime Minister Hisham and Deal and the situation, the economic situation in the country.
Prime Minister Hisham Kandil inaugurated the economic conference New Dawn in Cairo. The conference includes at least 75 regional and international participant organizations to discuss all issues related to the Egyptian economy and new chances of investment in the country. Organized by Belton Fiscal Corporation and extending for 3 days, the conference aims at attracting more Arab and foreign investment to the national market, as well as clarifying to investors Egypt's current and future economic plans. Ministers of Investment, Finance, Trade and Industry, as well as head of the Egyptian Central Bank, attended the conference with a number of businessmen. On the sidelines of the conference, Egyptian businessmen will hold a number of meetings with investors who are interested in the Egyptian market and investment projects in the country. Earlier, Premier Kandil met with Indian ambassador in Cairo, Navideb Sirri. During the meetings, the two discussed ways of enhancing and developing bilateral relations, especially as the trade volume between the two countries has grown to reach $3.2 billion and is expected to reach $4 billion by the end of the year. The discussions also touched on setting up an Egyptian-Indian business board to encourage businessmen from both countries to invest in new projects.
Welcome back. Now we move to Al Jamhuriya newspaper with our dear guest, Mrs. Suzie Genedie. The Criminal Court of Ismailia issues its verdict in the Tawheed and Jihad case that includes 24 defendants, all accused of using violence in attacking both police and armed forces personnel, along with the formation of a group intending to destabilize the social stability. 14 of the defendants were sentenced to death, while 4 were sentenced to a 25-year imprisonment. The case and your comment on it.
I think it's maybe it's a very hushy, but of course I think it gives us a symbol that Egypt is not going to accept terrorism.
Zero tolerance to
no, because I think in our situation now and what we are seeing in Sinai and the problems that we are having inside Egypt and